don't try and trick me now, because I'm not going to play this game. Delete that bit. John, can you just delete it, please, that bit? Because I don't want to go down this...
Duchess, I'm asking very fair questions.
For years, people have wondered why Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, has remained so close to Prince Andrew despite their long divorce and countless royal scandals. They still live together, attend events side by side, and speak of each other with undeniable warmth.
Businesslike, but with their own brand of informality, they made a good team. Fergie seemed determined to make a go of her new life.
But could there be more behind their unbreakable bond than friendship and loyalty? Is Fergie's devotion to Andrew rooted in love, or in something far more strategic? Join us as we uncover the royal reporter's shocking revelations about Fergie's true motives for staying with Prince Andrew, the seeds of doubt and the unraveling of the fairy tale. The story of Sarah Ferguson and Prince Andrew did not begin like a simple fairy tale, even though it looked like one to the public. When the Duke and Duchess of York got married in 1986, it looked like a beautiful love story filled with tradition and royal excitement. But behind the public celebration, there were already quiet whispers that their marriage might not be as romantic as it seemed. Some royal insiders and biographers believed it was not just about love, but also about ambition. They suggested that Sarah Ferguson, often known as Fergie, was drawn not only to Prince Andrew himself, but also to the privilege, fame, and comfort that came with royal life. From the very beginning, some members of the royal family quietly questioned her motives. They wondered if she truly loved Andrew, or if she was attracted to the world he represented. Royal biographers pointed out that many people close to the couple felt uneasy about the speed and intensity of their relationship. The match seemed glamorous on the outside, yet some sensed that it was also built on practical advantages. But here's the most interesting part. Even before the wedding, Fergie's personality made people inside the palace nervous. She was bubbly, cheerful, and full of life, which was refreshing for the media but unsettling for royal courtiers. Her loud laugh, colorful energy, and social charm didn't quite fit the quiet, formal tone of the royal household. Some feared that her playful side might one day cause a scandal. And looking back, those fears were not far from the truth. Andrew Loney, a respected royal biographer, even claimed that members of Fergie's own family privately discussed whether she was drawn to Prince Andrew because of his position rather than personal affection. Still, the royal wedding went ahead in grand style. The world watched as Fergie, radiant in her gown, walked down the aisle of Westminster Abbey, and millions celebrated what seemed like the perfect royal match. For a while, it looked like the monarchy had found a modern couple who could bring a spark of fun to the royal family. But as soon as the celebrations ended, reality began to set in. Prince Andrew's career as a naval officer took him away from home for months at a time, and Fergie quickly realized how lonely royal life could be. The early years of their marriage were marked by long separations. According to Fergie herself, in the first 5 years, she and Andrew saw each other for only about 40 days a year. That distance took an emotional toll on both of them. She tried to adapt to royal expectations, but it wasn't easy. Fergie was full of energy, but palace life was quiet, rule-bound, and rigid. Every action was watched and judged, and every headline mattered. The very qualities that made her popular with the public made her difficult for the royal establishment to manage. Slowly, frustration began to build within the marriage. Andrew's duty to the Navy left her feeling abandoned, while her independent nature made her a constant topic of gossip in royal circles. As time went on, the emotional distance grew. Both struggled under the weight of expectation, and soon rumors of infidelity began to circulate. What had started as a celebrated love story was now becoming a strained relationship overshadowed by resentment and fatigue. And by the early 1990s, the cracks in their marriage were visible for everyone to see. Everything changed in 1992, a year the Queen later described as her annus horribilis. It was the year the fairy tale fully unraveled. Although Fergie and Andrew were already separated, she was still officially part of the royal family when she took a trip to Saint-Tropez with her American financial advisor, John Bryan. It was meant to be a private getaway, but the press found her, and what happened next shocked the world. Photographers captured intimate images of Fergie relaxing with Bryan by the pool, and in one now infamous photograph, he was seen kissing her feet. When the Daily Mirror published the pictures, the story exploded across the headlines. It became one of the most talked about royal scandals of the decade. The timing made everything worse. Fergie was still staying at Balmoral Castle with the royal family when the photos were released. Reports later revealed that the Queen was deeply upset and that Prince Philip was apoplectic with anger. To the monarchy, this was not just personal embarrassment. It was a public humiliation that damaged the royal image. Within days, Fergie was quietly told to leave Balmoral. The Queen's private secretary reportedly suggested she might feel better if she left immediately for London, which was a polite way of saying she was no longer welcome. After that, she was not invited back to Balmoral for many years. The message from the palace was clear. Fergie's place within the royal family was over. Her fall from grace was swift and severe. The newspapers turned against her, mocking and criticizing her every move. The woman who had once been the smiling, down-to-earth Duchess was now portrayed as reckless and careless. For Fergie, this public shaming was devastating. The loss of royal protection meant facing both personal and financial challenges on her own. The divorce proceedings soon followed, and the outcome revealed how little sympathy she had left within the royal circle. According to reports, Prince Philip encouraged Andrew to play financial hardball during the settlement, and as a result, Sarah received far less than other royal spouses who divorced around that time. Her total settlement was estimated at about £3 million, which included funds for a new home and trust money for their daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. While it may sound like a large amount, it was modest compared to royal standards, and it left her with little financial security. Almost immediately, she faced money troubles. Without a royal allowance and with public reputation damage, she had to find new ways to make a living. It marked the beginning of her commercial career, which included writing books, giving interviews, and promoting products. Some called it resilience, while others saw it as an act of survival. However, one thing became clear. Her connection to Prince Andrew never completely ended. Even after their divorce, they continued to live together at the Royal Lodge in Windsor. They shared family events, raised their daughters, and supported each other in ways that confused many people. The world wondered why they stayed so close for so long. For Fergie, staying near Andrew provided more than just emotional comfort. It gave her a sense of belonging and protection that she no longer had as a divorced woman in the royal world. Many observers believed that her closeness to him wasn't just about affection, but also about practicality. Andrew's royal name and influence offered her a shield against complete isolation. And despite the criticism, he never fully turned his back on her. Over time, their unusual friendship became one of the most talked about relationships in royal history. While others drifted apart after divorce, Fergie and Andrew grew even closer, leading many to question the true nature of their bond. Was it love that refused to fade? Or was it a strategic choice shaped by years of dependence and mutual benefit. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into what really keeps Fergie by Prince Andrew's side. The calculated closeness, scandal, and the enduring utility of the York brand. When Sarah and Andrew started living together after their divorce, the question of Sarah Ferguson's motives shifted dramatically. If she married for status, why did she not remarry to gain financial stability? Royal reporters argue that the answer lies in the enduring utility of the York brand and the unspoken codependency formed through shared scandal and financial difficulties. But the couple famously described themselves as divorced to each other, not from each other. This unusual closeness allowed them to maintain a united family front for their daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. But it also gave Sarah continued access to Andrew's status and influence, which she relied on to support her lavish lifestyle and emerging business ventures. Here's the most intriguing part. While many expected Sarah to move on and secure her independence, she remained physically and socially connected to Andrew, which some analysts suggest was a calculated decision. Living together at Royal Lodge provided not only emotional comfort, but also a continuous link to royal life. For Sarah, the proximity offered reassurance that she would not be entirely cut off from the privileges and protections that came with Andrew's name, even as her financial stability remained fragile. Sarah's post-divorce life was marked by constant financial strain and repeated missteps. Her debt and poor financial judgment became a recurring problem, and in 2010, she faced another major scandal when she was caught in a hidden camera sting. The footage showed her offering to sell access to Prince Andrew, then a UK trade envoy, to an undercover reporter posing as a wealthy businessman for a fee of £500,000. She later apologized, describing it as a terrible lapse in judgment. But this event reinforced the palace's worst fears about her inability to manage the privileges that had once been hers. Keep watching to find out how her association with Epstein escalated her troubles even further. In 2011, amid ongoing financial difficulties, Sarah admitted to accepting £15,000 from convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein to repay a debt to a former employee, which she immediately called a gigantic error of judgment. However, the situation worsened years later when an email she sent to Epstein surfaced. The correspondence, written just weeks after her public apology, described him as a steadfast, generous, and supreme friend. Her spokesperson later claimed the email was written under legal pressure after Epstein allegedly threatened to sue her for defamation. Yet the revelation was catastrophic. Multiple charities, including the Teenage Cancer Trust, severed ties with her, ending a 35-year patronage. The Supreme Friend email revealed the extent to which she was willing to maneuver risky associations to protect her financial and social position. For years, Sarah and Andrew's connection was symbolized by their shared residence at Royal Lodge. This arrangement lasted nearly 2 decades and provided Sarah with stability and an ongoing link to the heart of the royal world. Her continued presence there allowed her to maintain a degree of security and influence, even as her personal reputation suffered setbacks. However, recent events have drastically changed this situation. Prince Andrew's deep involvement in the Epstein scandal and subsequent royal consequences finally severed this last lifeline. With King Charles III taking steps to streamline the monarchy, Andrew was stripped of his remaining royal titles and ordered to vacate the Royal Lodge. Sarah, who had lived there as a guest rather than a legal tenant, is also being asked to leave, marking the final unraveling of her long-standing connection to royal housing and security. Reports confirm that she will not be relocating with Andrew and must make her own living arrangements. Furthermore, royal reporters now describe Sarah Ferguson as cut adrift, isolated, and struggling to find stable accommodation. This situation reinforces the belief that her long-term closeness to Andrew was not purely motivated by affection, but also by practical and financial reliance on the York name and the privileges it carried. Her story reflects a complex balance between personal loyalty and strategic dependence. Even after decades of public scrutiny, scandals, and financial instability, Sarah's attachment to Andrew reveals how intricate and layered human motives can be, especially within the pressures of royalty. Her choices show that relationships in this context are rarely simple and often shaped by survival, legacy, and the need for stability. The exposure of her motives paints a portrait of a woman navigating extraordinary circumstances with a mixture of devotion, necessity, and shrewd calculation. So, what do you think? Did Sarah stay close to Andrew out of genuine love or practical need? And could anyone really survive her financial and social challenges without leaning on royal connections? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. And while you are still here, click on the video showing on your screen. You won't want to miss it.